Hey everyone, it's Mortgage Mel and it's time for today's Mortgage Minute. What in the heck is up with all the paperwork you need for a mortgage loan? I wonder the same thing. Most days, there are at least a couple of things that I look at and I wonder, why in the world do we need this much detail, this much documentation? I'll give you a great example. There is a couple I'm working with that have two CDs, certificate of deposits, and their bank has those CDs, but they don't have a particular statement. There's not really a way to get something that is acceptable for the loan documentation. So I have to do what's called a verification of deposit, to take the full information from the CDs, even though we have a letter from the bank and everything. We have tried all sorts of different things to get the information about these CDs to be enough for the file. But ultimately, we need to do a verification of deposit, which requires them to wet sign a form, us to fax that form over, get the verification, and then add that verification to the file. In some cases, we need verifications of employment. We might have to go to an employer and ask them to fill out a form with regard to how much you make. Or we may use a secondary company that works with employers and we get a verification of employment so that we can verify the exact amount that you're making so we know that you qualify for the loan. There are all sorts of things that are over and above what seems normal or what seems like it would be necessary for this. And the reason for that is government involvement and government oversight. As soon as we send the loan closed, underwritten to an investor, either the investor or the government can audit that file just like the IRS would audit your tax returns. And once in a while, when they audit it, they have somebody who's a forensic analyst going through with a fine-tooth comb and then coming back after your loan is already closed and wanting additional information. And so we ask probably for more than we might need to try and avoid that from happening. Because once you're in your new home or once you've refinanced your loan, you don't want to have to go get more documentation. So I'd rather ask for it up front, anticipating what might happen coming down the pipeline, understanding the process a little bit better than the layperson, and get that so that we can head that off at the pass. And when we're audited, it just goes through like it's butter. So I hope that explains a little bit about why we need all of that documentation. I think I'm going to make some more videos regarding specifics of that because I think it's really interesting. It can be very intricate and very involved and probably more than most of you even want to worry about. And I completely understand because some days I don't really want to worry about it either.